All right. Hello. We are live on Facebook.
You're here.
Yes, I don't see it yet, but I'm sure that I believe them. There. We're live on Facebook. There I am. All right. So we are live on Facebook, and I turned off the sound. You can still hear me, can't you, Mickey?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. There you are. Okay. Yeah, it's weird when you turn off the sound, right? So hopefully we have some friends that join us, but if not, that's okay. Me
That's
and
okay. We can talk to each other like we always do.
yeah, isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to remind people that last meditation, which was the full moon, we set up a beautiful, relaxing room where people could go and visit. And today we're going to set up a new room. We're going to call it your Creation Center. So that's going to be at the end of our little talk. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited about it. Um, oh,
I am too.
Audrey, she said, yay, I made it.
Hey, sugar.
Hi, she said hi.
That's all, girl. Yeah.
So anybody that's on, please do leave notes, comments. If I'm doing the meditation, I will go back and reread them and we'll address them if you have any concerns or questions, or if you just want to tell us how your meditation was or how you feel about this new moon. So this new moon is May in Taurus. So Mickey, what have we got to look forward to? I hear it's all good. Good stuff.
For once, I don't mind telling you what's coming. We have the short term and the long term. In the short term, it's that the thing that rules getting all the good stuff, all your good fortune, all your lovely things, great feelings, philosophies, etc., is all, your beliefs and philosophies and what brings you good fortune. That planet has dropped into a nice sign that likes it. So it's going to bring some very nice things to us. The sign it dropped into is realization, and the planet is good fortune. So it's the realization of good fortune. And it's going to be there for at least a month, but actually, in the background of what it's doing while it's traveling, it's going to unfold over the next year.
Yay!
12 months of good stuff happening.
Wow, 12 months of good fortune. And that just doesn't mean money, right? It means
Wow.
health, it means friendship, it means relationships. It's good fortune in anything that we can manifest.
Yeah. Now, the reason I say it's in anything is where this is happening, the planet going into the nice sign could occur in a lot of spots on the circle. They all rotate. So you've got one here that says this is your ascendant and what comes to you. And as this thing turns, as the clock turns, it could be your personality, it could be your finance, it could be your job, it could be your family. I mean, I can't say what area of your life it will be because your chart is different from mine. The thing you have rising as important to you personally is likely to be a very different thing than it is for me. Okay. And so I have to leave it as a wide open thing saying, look, good stuff's coming, but I can't tell you exactly what day it'll arrive and whether it will be your boyfriend, your husband, or your child. One thing I can say is a particular footprint of this time is that long-term problems in certain areas will seem to magically disappear. Now, in my own case, it's like things of family matters. We've been all over the place, and I'm out of the country and have been for decades. And there's folks I haven't talked to, and there's folks I didn't want to. And we've all made piece. And it seemed to come, it just dropped out of the sky through some kind of accident. And we all ended up talking to each other. Each one discovered the other one had the wrong idea about why we were talking to each other. And we were like, oh, is that what it was? Okay, we good. I mean, in one case, 25-year feud.
Wow. I
Okay.
wish
And
all families could do that.
it was over in less than a minute and a half. And we're all just tickled to bits, we're all talking and FaceTiming and blah, 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 and grinning, and it's magical. And then I had other things where there were friends that I wasn't, around or whatnot, and they've suddenly popped up out of nowhere. Now, the caveat is this. One of the planets involved right now that I said before, when I was talking to you last time and said about the gangsters and the fact that the bad guy and the gangster had gotten together,
Yes.
well, that is not exactly disappeared. It's just still going on in the background. There are a lot of different things happening. So what I'm saying is that if you know that there were things that were unpleasant and then there are other things that are very pleasant that happen, it's because one thing's stronger than the other. And so you may have more attention on this, and then suddenly this thing gets your attention, and then that thing. So, I'm not saying that the good stuff is the only thing. It's
Mhm.
not the only game in town. Over the course of a year, of course, there are other planets doing other things. But I just want you to know that there's a very strong general trend toward things lightening up, because God knows it's been a horror show.
Yeah.
And this is going to get better. And as they say, this too will pass.
Yeah. And
But
as we know, our friend Seth has always said that you create your reality where your focus is centered on. So if you're centered on all of the gangster issues and the things that have gone wrong, they probably will continue to go wrong. But if you focus on the better things, good things are going to come to you. That doesn't mean that the other things are going to go
right,
away, but they may not be as
they
strong,
will
or
change.
they'll
Yeah,
change. And you
they'll
may,
morph
yeah,
into a different strength.
because you're different.
Yes, you're going to, well, that's the part we're going to help you with. We want, I want, as I said to you last night, I have an agenda. And, it's like, why are you doing this, Mickey? I'm doing it because my life agenda from here on is to make sure that each person has the tools they need to exert change. I'm not saying you can take away something horrible that happened and make it not have happened.
Mhm.
But what I am saying is you can look back at some of the stuff that happened that you weren't comfortable with and re-examine your mindset about it and go forward with a much more positive mind. Beliefs are all about the thoughts we're having. The thoughts that are strongest, we call them beliefs, because we have them constantly. It's the way we see the thing, and we can't see another way of looking at it that's better. Now, once you present yourself with an alternative way of thinking, you can grope yourself into, well, this is better, and this is even better than that, and oh, this is even, crawl forward. If you can't take a big step, if you can't leap, then I want you to learn how to chop things into smaller pieces, how to edit. Okay? I can't change your beliefs, only you can. But I can tell you how to edit them so that they have a lot less power. And the more you chop their little power away and hit them in the knees, those ugly beliefs will morph into the positive stuff you want. You know, we've been harping on the I am and how you finish after that. Well, some people have trouble with that. So I want you to understand that that's not a problem. You're just going to bite off a much smaller piece. Instead of saying I'm perfect and I love me, say, you know, I'm not so bad today. Okay. And that's where you're crawling forward slightly. You're going to slip under the woodwork and try to fool the intellect into thinking, well, nothing's changing. Yes, it is, but I'm doing it so close to the bottom that you won't see it until it's too late. You see? So it's about going into this special space you're going to tell us about today. I'm so excited. This is how we do it. You know, this thing of how do you eat an elephant? I couldn't eat an elephant. One state at a time. Okay? You'll have elephant for the rest of your life, but it will disappear bite by bite. You know?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's what it's all about. Stuff is changing. Now, what you can do to help that work better is up to you. All I can do is give you tools.
Mhm.
How you apply them and whether you apply them
Mhm.
is up to you. If we're handing you all these little hints and things and you don't get up and do any of it, then don't come back here moaning about it didn't work. Well, neither did you. You did no work. Okay. So we have a real jam bam session for you today, don't we? I mean, this is going to change the game big time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, it's a concept and we're going to let spirit go with it. Now, Mickey, we have had more people join us. So Martin
Oh,
is
good.
here.
Hello.
He
Oh, it's Martin. It's
said,
Martin.
he said, hello, Kate and Mickey. Carol
Oh, hello, hello.
is here. She said hi. And Martin said, happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. Happy new moon.
Hey, hey.
You know, I posted on Facebook right before I signed on to this. I posted last night's sunset because I told everybody I was going to be in Cape Vincent today in the Thousand Islands, and plans all got shifted around and I had to come home quicker. So I've been driving for 3.5 hours and rushed like crazy to get back here so that I could do this with you guys. And when I took the picture last night, I have an app on my phone called Planets. So I put the app up and I pointed it towards the sun. And what did I find? That the moon had set about a half an hour before the sun did.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that's lovely.
where you're seeing, if you go and look at that picture, when you see the sun, and it's a half sun because it's half down and half up.
Yeah.
The bottom of that is the water is the St. Lawrence River. Maybe about 3/4 of the way down that water is where the moon was.
Oh, I see.
Below the horizon. So of course you can't
Yes.
see it in the picture, but you can imagine where it is on the other side of the earth.
Yes.
I thought that was so cool because you think about what full moon is what new moon is. You think of new moon as being no moon, but it's really because the moon and the sun are out at the same time and the sun is brighter
Yeah.
than the moon, so
And
you
the
can't
sun
see
is
it.
brighter. Yeah. They're right there
Oh,
together.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. One is kind of overshadowing the other.
yeah. And you've
So,
been talking about that for months now, Mickey. And when I put this app up, I could physically see, oh, I get it now. Right.
okay.
As opposed to a concept, it was very real when I saw it.
Oh, that's
Very,
fantastic.
very cool. So yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And
this is all about beefing up one's imagination and making it so that we can put the picture in mind that we want.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Right. Right. So this is a time of setting those, as we always say for new moon, we're setting the stage for the next little season, the 2 weeks
Yes.
in between now and the full moon.
Well, this thing today with this new uh, surprise we have, I'm not going to even call the name of it yet. I'll let you do that. But it's about examining your beliefs. It's about making a space where you can safely examine beliefs that we're telling you to use, do this with your beliefs, do that. Well, a lot of people are afraid of their beliefs. They don't want to commit to say, well, I believe this and I believe that. Sometimes it's based on the fact that you may not be comfortable with why you believe it, or you may have someone else who's giving guilt about what you were courageous enough to say, I believe this and this, and then you had a whole bunch of people jump out of the woodwork say, well, you shouldn't believe that, and this is, and the Bible says this, and the Quran says that, and the Hindus say this, and everyone has a body of folks who want to do what you believe. And this whole thing we're doing is about how you've got to train yourself how to examine what you do believe, no matter where it came from. But you want to know, what is it that I actually believe? Because whatever it is either aiding or hindering the realization of your goals. Now, if you're totally unaware of what the environment is that you're trying to create within, you will not have a clue as to what to expect from your efforts. And we're trying to make it as foolproof as we can, because the laws of attraction don't vary. It's us that varies. Sometimes we believe more clearly than other times. Depends on the stage of life you're in. It can depend on your physical circumstances. It depends on a lot of things. So we're all about teaching you not what to believe, but how to understand whatever it is.
Yes.
Okay. If it needs editing, fine, but we can't tell you that. I can't say you need to do this or this or this.
Mhm.
Only you know whether it's working for you or not.
Mhm.
You can get in there in that lab and actually examine what you really think you believe. Know that there's nobody there to question it. No one will ever be able to walk in there to your space without you inviting them. That is a law of the universe. No one can invade your space in your mind without your permission. Okay, so we want this now to be a good place to examine them, to edit them, even away from the watchful eyes of others and their opinions. And I want to, at the end, say, well, if you're hesitating at this point, it's because of fear. And that's one of the things we're trying to address.
Mhm.
Fear is often based in ignorance. So it's all about that little cycle of what you believe and why you do or don't. If it's based on fear, then it has to come right back around to what you know. If you don't know enough, go find out.
Mhm. Right.
We can't have excuses why our own minds are just blank, unknown areas. We can't accomplish much unless we're willing to at least have the courage to examine our own minds and hearts, because that's what we're working with.
Mhm.
People say, show me what you're working with. Well, maybe you haven't even shown yourself.
Right.
Okay, so we want to address why you have or haven't, and then say, well, this is what you can do with whatever condition you found yourself in. So we've got to feel comfortable enough to examine it. And I understand that we're about to address exactly how to safely do that. And it's just so exciting today. I hope I'm not over effusive, but
I
I'm
I I
excited.
know, I think you are a little bit, Mickey.
I'm so
You know,
excited because
you know,
this method transforms life.
it transformed me too.
Yeah,
But I am not the teacher that gave it to me, and yeah, he's passed away, but
that's okay.
I'm using his methods, and I hope I can convey it as well as he did. Um,
These are your methods too.
Yeah, one of the teachers, well, Seth, actually, he always said to examine your thoughts and that would show you what your beliefs were. And,
Right.
and then if you will be able to feel in your gut if that
Yeah.
belief is true or not. I'll just an example of, growing up, I went to Catholic high school, and there were things about the Catholic religion that just didn't sit right with me. Like, for instance, if we have an all-loving God that's our Father, how could he take babies that are so innocent and put them in purgatory when they never did anything wrong? I couldn't understand that. That seemed like it just went against the loving father part that would, it just didn't feel right to me. But I was Catholic and I did believe what they said. And as I started examining where beliefs came from and do they feel like they're beliefs that I should believe in, there were beliefs that just said no. That the all that is loves us completely, would never do anything, no shaming, no guilt, no original sin, none of that. It's just be a good person.
Yes.
It was such a change, but feeling that belief feels good to me and right to me. Now that's just me. That doesn't mean it has to feel the same way to you or to anybody else that we know or don't know. Everybody has to have their belief that feels right to them. And that's where Mickey is saying we're going to set up a safe space off your meditation room that we set up last time. And if you didn't, we'll go through it again. But, we go through the meditation room. We're going to go into this safe place where it's your creation center, where you can change your beliefs and you could make new beliefs and you can examine how you feel and why you feel in a safe way.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
sounded
yeah.
okay.
That sounds wonderful.
Uh,
I'm interested to know of all of whomever may have tried any of the things we did before, each time we've done meditations, has anyone had success with programming what they wanted to do? We've talked about new moons before. We've gotten to the full moon where it was supposed to present itself. Whatever you put out there, has anyone had any results from it? And if not, what are your thoughts about why that might be? Um, Today is going to make it a lot easier, but it would be interesting to know what others have experienced, you know. So I don't know if you want them to put it in the remarks afterwards.
they can put it in there now if they want to say something, and I
Okay.
need to put my phone on do not disturb so I don't get any more of those little notifications. These little things that we have to think
Pesky
about.
little things, aren't they? Yes.
I did unplug the phone, like the one that's on the wall, you know. My goodness. So I think I see Martin, Audrey, and Carol. So if anybody wants to share any experiences from the past meditations, that would be great. I don't know if anybody else is listening, but we'll come back to them afterward.
Yeah.
I absolutely do not want you to take time to do it while we're doing the meditation,
No,
but as
no.
we're leading up to it. Carol says, I sometimes can't get out of my own way. Sometimes I move at lightning speed, off and on with it.
Yes, yes. I have had that.
And I think, Carol, this particular little room may help with that because it is about clearing the path of your way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whatever's in the way, there's a spot where it can show up vividly and you can see it. You can. There's a lot of stuff you'll be able to do after this.
Yeah. And there is stuff that you guys will do that Mickey and I haven't even thought of yet, because this is pretty much, we're setting up a tool that can be used in any way you see fit.
And everyone uses it differently.
Yep. Yes.
Hundreds of people that I've spoken to who use this particular route have all told me about a different path. Like the highway you create is not going to necessarily look like somebody else's. Someone else may make it a tree-lined little lane through a forest. As long as you can travel it, that's all we care about. So if you like high speed and want 6 to 20 lanes, that's up to you. That's okay. I'll be down below that on the side, walking carefully through my little garden path, because that way works for me. So it's not a problem. Whatever you need, you can create.
Yep. Yes, that is the ultimate message
Yes.
is you are the creator. So that's why
Yes.
we're calling this your creation center, right? Your
Yes.
creation center. And I think way back when, and I'll just tell you, this comes from the Silva Mind method and Bert Goldman as well. And Bert Goldman called it quantum jumping.
And
And
Jose Silva called it a laboratory.
called
Yeah.
it a lab. Now there was one quantum jump that he had us jump to his lab, and
Yes.
he never had us set up our own. And then Jose Silva had already gotten that going. So this is I'm baby stepping this. We're not going to do the whole lab. This is like, so we have our
Yeah. This
meditation
is a
room.
creation
Now we're
center.
going to have our creation center, and we'll get to the
We'll
whole.
graduate to a lab later.
We sure will. I'm telling you, I'm making a whole castle under there.
Yeah, before we bring in all the electronic microscope and everything, then we have to at least put some furniture in the room for you to sit in. So
Exactly. And this is a place that's within us. Like
exactly.
this is our safe place. We're going to go down to our heart space first. Then once we graduate to the whole quantum jumping stuff, that is taking a doorway outside, and that's inviting more in. So that's down the road a bit.
That's way down the road. Yeah.
Oh, we are just giving them so many pieces that they want to come back, little teasers. I love it.
But it all works.
It does
It
work.
really does work. My
Yeah.
main thing right now is getting people to understand this is a powerful tool. Respect it.
Yes, it's a powerful tool, and it does not work every single time. Nothing does, but it
No.
works enough in good ways that it's worth doing again and again. And I have done it with things like with my business or meeting people,
Yes.
talking to my higher self sort of thing. And I get answers, and sometimes I don't like the answers, but that was very good advice,
Yeah. You can do it just before going into a meeting where you're going to be around folks that you already know they don't want to hear what you're saying. You can just go in there and create it different, a whole different atmosphere, and then walk in and watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can watch them all start to speak differently, and you're like, gee, I'm so used to him being a different kind of guy. Look at this.
Yep,
You
absolutely.
can't explain it. It just happens.
Yep, it does. And
Even the person may come away and say, I don't know what got into me today, but for some reason blah, blah, blah.
absolutely. And everybody's safe places are going to look different. They're going to be different. They're going to feel different. And I'm going to try to describe them as vague as I can so that you have the creativity to make it your own. And I'd love to hear what yours looks like. Like, I know what mine looks like. And last time it was so cool because there was 2 or 3 of us that all had a red couch. And I thought, is interesting. And I never said anything about a color.
Right.
And when we talked about it later, it's like, well, how interesting is that?
That's really funny.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And,
I have a refrigerator.
yeah, and it could be as sparse or as decorated as you want. And then of course you can go back after we're long gone here and add to it. You can visit it every night,
Yeah,
every
you can
day.
go 10 times a day if you
Yeah,
want to. And I
absolutely.
venture to say, the more you go, the more strong it gets and the easier it becomes.
The
So if
faster.
you do want to go 5 or 6 times a day, you don't have to do anything when you get there. Just get used to going.
Yes. And the energy
It
is
gets powerful.
it's powerful, but it's but it's calming, and it's
Yes,
peaceful, and it's a place that sometimes I don't ever want to come back. You know, I
exactly.
when I woke up this morning, I did this meditation, kind of like a trial run for this, and I didn't get very far. I fell asleep. I had
Oh,
deep,
yeah.
and this is a good method to use for those people that have trouble falling asleep. You know,
That's exactly what I did. Yeah.
yes, you go down into your meditation space, or you can go into your creation center after today. And you know what? And there's nothing that's going to stop you from investigating if you see a door in that creation room to see what's in the next room. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
be
It's a
curious
wonderful
as a
place to
child.
fall asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great place to fall asleep from. I found that out, and I must say I do that a lot.
absolutely.
I go there first and then just chill out and let it go.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
absolutely. Because we're going to have a nice, comfy chair with a high back that you can just lay back on, right?
Yeah, that's one of the first things I put in
Of
mind.
course. I mean, or you can go to your meditation room. You got a couch in there, and it might be red. It might not be.
When
But
I was taking the course, and everybody started to talk about what they had put in their creation center. And this one guy had put a barber's chair in there.
oh,
The chair for him to sit in from
that's
which he did everything that you're going to tell us about. Um, it was a barber's chair. Now, other people, like you say, we had created these wonderful, comfortable things. And he never had any problem going to sleep. So he says to keep himself from falling asleep in the middle of he had this very hardcore barber
barber
chair.
chair. Well, that's what he needed, and that was perfect for him.
Exactly.
Very nice. All right. Well, I don't see any more comments. So if things are good, I think we're going to, I forgot to I'm gonna stop my video as well. Obviously I have to leave my microphone on, but I will stop my video, and Mickey, you can do the same thing. And this
Okay.
everybody could just, be still and be with their eyes closed, and nobody has to worry about what's being seen on screen.
Yeah.
Is the voice okay? The
It's
sound?
lovely.
Because
It's fine.
I don't have my earbuds in, because people told me it sounded great last time, better
Yeah,
without.
it's a good volume and it's a good strong sound, to your voice. So that's great. There's another thing about today, by the way, is that this period that we're talking about with the good fortune and stuff and family influence, there'll be a lot of ancestral wisdom that gets passed to you. Doesn't mean you're going to see the picture of your grandma and she's going to be speaking, but her wisdom will be presenting itself. There's a lot of family ancestral wisdom that's out there floating around trying to find you for this next period of time, several months.
I love that.
Okay. So you'll just have insight. You'll have sudden flashes of, oh, you know what? I hadn't thought about it, but I should do blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
So here we go. I think it's fabulous.
So let's go ahead and we'll stop our videos so that there's no distractions. There we go. All right. Do you know how to stop yours, Mickey? Oh, you muted yourself. Okay. You are muted, Mickey. We cannot hear you.
The little button next to mute is the stop video.
Yes,
Okay.
got
There we
it.
go.
All right. Okay, now you can mute yourself. But so what I would like everyone to do is just get so comfortable sitting down or laying down, just be as comfortable as possible. And close your eyes. And let's take a deep breath in and out. Another breath in and out. And just relax. This time has been held just for us in this time, in this place. And we're going to use the 3 to 1 count to go even deeper. But know that every time you take a deep breath in and exhale fully through your mouth, that you are going into a deeper part of your consciousness. So let's do the 3 to 1 count. You can say this out loud or you can say it silently, but I would also like for you to visualize it. So with deep breath in, 3, 3, 3. And again, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1. Beautiful. You are now in a deeper state of consciousness. And every time you take a deep breath, you go deeper and deeper within. Now, I would like for you to be using all of your senses in your imagination. I would like for you to be able to see with your third eye, visualize pictures in your head, be able to smell what's in front of you, taste what you're imagining, feel what's in front of you. And I'd like for you to be able to hear what's going on. So I want you to activate all of your senses within yourself. And we are now going to imagine that we're walking down our staircase, wooden handle on the right, carpeted stairs. You might be in your bare feet or you might have shoes on, so you might feel the carpet soft between your toes, or you can just feel the cushion under your feet. But we're going to travel down those stairs together very slowly. And with each step, we're going to go deeper and deeper. And then we're going to start on the 10th step. 10, 9, 8, deeper and deeper. 7, 6, deeper still. 5, 4, deeper and deeper. 3, 2, deeper. And 1. We are now on the bottom step. And if you look to your right, that is the quantum jumping door. And it's closed right now. It does open out, but we're going to stay inside right now. So at the bottom of the steps to the left is your meditation room. And this is in your heart space, deep inside your chest. In this room, we have created the love, the peace, the compassion, the joy, the happiness, all things that bring joy and happiness to our lives. We create it in this meditation room. It has comfortable furniture as you saw fit last time. It has a fireplace. There is warmth in this room. It is always warm and comfortable. It might have windows. it might not. It might have pictures. But this room is where you can always go to meditate. You can go to gain the beautiful feelings and energy of the universe. Now, for time, we're going to spend a little time in this room still. We are going to imagine that the beautiful energy of the universe is coming into our crown chakra at the top of our heads. Allow this beautiful white light of energy to just flood through your crown chakra. And it lights up the inside of your head. Now we are visualizing what's happening. And now this beautiful white light is just brightening the scene as it's coming through our third eye, which is located between our eyebrows, deep inside our brain. And that light travels down further through our throat chakra, which is allowing us for clear communication and creativity. Still, that light travels further into our heart space. And that is where we are setting up our rooms. Our meditation room is in that heart space. Allow this beautiful energy to fill you and feel the vibration. It may feel warm to you. It may feel like it's buzzing, vibrating. It may look like a color to you. You may hear some sounds. It may sound like angelic music or any music or sound that you like. It may accompany smells with it, smells that make you happy, that make you feel safe, or tastes that bring back other times and other places. Again, I want you to use all of your senses as we go into these beautiful rooms. Now, this beautiful energy is filling you completely, and it will continue to fill you no matter where you go. You just have to allow the energy and imagine it coming down into your crown and filling all the way down into your heart space. Hold it there. This is all healing, beautiful white light. It is protecting and it is healing. Allow it. Be with it. And I'm going to allow you, or ask you really, to just sit on one of your either couch or chair that you have in your room. Just sit there for a little while, feeling, sensing, touching, hearing, smelling, tasting, seeing this energy. You will remember everything that happens during this meditation. So don't worry about a thing. Just allow whatever thoughts, smells, memories, whatever comes back will be just what you need today. Now that our beings are just full of this beautiful energy and memories start flooding back to us from this life, maybe past lives. I'd like for you to get up off your couch right now. And I would like for you to look around the room. And there is a door, and it's to the right. There is a door. Oh, you know what? Could be to the right, could be to the left. Just a door in the room, and it travels to another room. This is what we're going to call our creation center. So we're going to leave our meditation room, and we're going to go in to a room where we can create. All right. Now, everyone find that door, open it, and walk through that door, close it behind you. Now you're in your creation center. Now, the first thing I would like for you to create is a chair for yourself. A comfortable chair. It could have arms. It might not have arms. It could be a recliner. It could be an office chair. It could be a barber's chair. It could be a wooden chair, a rocking chair. Whatever you want, you create your chair. Then in front of the chair, I want the chair to be facing one of the walls. You choose which wall. And on that wall, there are two screens, like a TV screen or a monitor screen, both of them large. And they're both covered with, they're draped with a material, a fabric. Now, the screen on the right, I would like for you to take that soft cloth that's on that large screen on the right and just give it a little tug and pull it down. So now you can see the screen. And it's brightly lit. And I would like for you to imagine on that screen an apple or anything else that you choose. It could be a banana, whatever you would like. But I would like you to picture a fruit. I'm going to say an apple. All right. And you're sitting in your chair, and you have now created an apple that is on that screen. And this apple on the screen is so vivid that it's 3D. And you can smell this apple. You can smell the fruit. You can see that it's red and vibrant in color. Now you can use your hand to rotate this apple without touching the screen even. As you rotate your hand, notice the apple rotates. You can look at it from all sides. You could actually draw it closer to yourself and feel the coolness of the apple on your skin. You can smell the apple. You can taste the apple. You have created this apple. Explore every part of this apple, the stem, the bottom. You are in such appreciation and gratitude of this apple that you have in front of you. You created this apple that you can touch and you can feel, you can smell, you can taste. And if you took a bite out of it, you could hear its crispness. So all your senses are being awakened, because this is your creation, and it is being created in your creation room that is all yours, and it is deep within yourself, and it is a very safe, loving place where you can explore anything you want, create anything you want, feel anything you want. How powerful you are that you have created this beautiful, perfect apple. Now, I would like for you to take this apple, and I would like for you to now just take the cloth off the screen to your left. And notice that this one is a little dimmer in light. It's the same size, but it's not as bright as the one on the right. So now I would like for you to take this apple, and I would like for you to move it over to the screen on the left. And as you're done now with your creation, you're going to move it off. So the screen on the left is there so that you could push it and release it and just move it away. So, or in today's day, you can say swipe left, right? Swipe left is make it go away. So we have created an apple using our right screen that is bright. We have moved it, we've explored it every way possible. We have moved it over to the screen on the left, and we were finished with it, and we did the swipe left. So now it is gone. Now, I would like for you to take some time, and you can create situations, scenarios. You can create yourself and how you want to look on the screen. You can use this screen to create anything you wish, and it can be, there's the only thing that is going to hold you back is your own imagination. So I'm going to invite you to take some time, and I'll give you time here so that you can work on a creation that you would like to set forth, and just be playful, be curious as a child. This is a place where you can try things out, and you can, have it be like a sounding board. Whatever you need to do here, you are safe, and it is just for you to experiment with. So I'm going to give you some time now to work with creating something that you want, something that you'd like to have manifest in your life. And if it's something big and there are many steps to get to the end result, just start with one of the beginning steps, just a little bit at a time, and we're going to work our way up to the whole thing. So let's just take a few minutes now. I'll probably give you, I don't know, about 4 or 5 minutes to just play and create, whatever your heart's desire on your screen. And if you don't like it, or if it doesn't come out right, just move it to the screen on the left, and then swipe left and just push it right off the screen, and it's gone. And then you can start over new again. Okay, so go ahead, and we'll be joining you back in about 4 or 5 minutes. Now, as you've been working on your creations, if you have a creation that you want to keep, just turn your channel to a blank channel and it will be there. And if you want to move your creation and swipe left, just put it on the left monitor. But it's time now to kind of wrap up what you've been working on. And when you are ready, just take the soft cloth and cover up the screen on the left. And then the other cloth and cover the screen that's on the right. They will always be protected and pristine as you take care of them. Now I want you to congratulate yourself for being the great creator that you are. This is your practice room. This is where you can practice your creation and you can get rid of things in your life that you don't want. Just imagine them on the screen on the right as they are. Move them to the left and get rid of them, and then create a better flow, a better scenario on the right. And when it's the way you want it, just change the channel so that you have a new channel to work with. Now you can add any decorations to this room, but really all you need is the chair and your two screens. More will be coming at a later date. You have done good work, and it's time now to start. Open your door back to your meditation room and extend your gratitude for this beautiful, peaceful room that you have here as well. And know that you can visit these two rooms using the 3-to-1 count, 10-to-1 down the steps. You end up in your meditation room, and to the left, the doorway, you have your creation room. With these two rooms, you can do anything. Let your imagination be so creative and joyful. This is a place of love and happiness, and it's two places that are just for you. Nobody can infiltrate them. You are safe. You are protected because the white light is there. We have done such good work today. We have set the stage for many, many meditations. Now, I would like for you to take a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. And you can start wiggling your fingers and your toes. And you can just, when you're ready, you can open your eyes back up and be here in this room, this time and this place. And we are back. And if anybody has anything that they would like to say on chat, please do feel free. I'd love to know one of the things that you might have created if you want to share with us. Audrey, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. So Audrey said it was nice. Great. Were you able to create something? I think people are still stepping back into this 3D after being in such a floaty place. Such a good place to go. It really is the best place to like fall asleep at. Martin, his apple was a fig. He loves figs. Well, that's beautiful, Martin.
What?
Yeah, a fig. That's
I
okay.
created one too.
Oh, see, mine was a banana.
I created it after the apple.
Oh,
I
no.
had time. Oh, Martin, tell us about yours.
Oh my, Audrey says, when you said love and happiness, I thought of Al Green's song, Love and Happiness. My
Yeah,
meditation room is now my Al Green room.
hot dog. I love it. I
I
love
love it too.
it. Ooh, love and
Oh,
happiness.
and Audrey had an orange.
All right.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So I'd really like to know, could you guys, okay, so Audrey, did you peel your orange? Did you, I mean, were you able to manipulate it? Yes. Great. Great. Now, can you guys see where this could be so helpful?
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
I
Especially when Audrey said orange, I could immediately smell the oil in the skin.
absolutely.
Oh,
Right. And right. And so we have carried that creation ability now to our waking time with our eyes open, right? Mickey
yes.
was able to smell that. I did too.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
great. And
um
I
oh
tell
my
you
God.
about what?
Audrey says, I did it and it sprayed on me. Oh, it was really juicy.
Oh, that's so fabulous.
My God, I love it. I love
That's
it.
so positive. That tells me a lot about how successful it was. It was amazing. That's great. That's so great. You have no idea.
Wow. 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 So that was fruit, Oh, she said it was amazing. That was fruit. You can do this with anything, you
Yeah.
know, you can have something that's, that you're not happy with in your life, or even, oh, this is really crazy. You could take a past memory and you
Ah,
can put it on that screen and you can just move it away.
yes.
Yes, you can
Yes.
clear past memories. Um, and you can make new ones.
When I was coming out after the screen part and was going to come up, I created just before I closed it. I said, okay, that's wonderful. Now, one of the other things I want in this room, I'm creating um, courage capsules.
Courage capsules.
I have a little bottle that I put courage capsules in. So in case I get uh, a flagging of my agenda, if I have any trouble picturing anything or having the courage to put a particular problem on the screen, then I can go to the little counter there beside the sink and get a courage capsule.
Wow.
Okay. And the reason I had the figs was so that I would have the focus figs. They're in the fridge. The capsules are on the counter, but I have focus figs that if I have any trouble focusing and getting down to business and cutting the crap, then I have a nice big juicy focus fig.
Wow. All right. So, Mickey, you've got a full-on blown up lab going on.
Yep, yep.
Nice. Nice. Well, everybody knows that when they go there tonight, put a refrigerator in there and make sure you've got a little shelf.
It's a
And
small one, yeah.
Yeah, 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 I'm sure you don't need much, but yeah, you can create all those things for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
It was really, really cool. I
Nice.
put a little stack, as I'm doing my little apple on the table where I'm written on the screen, the apple sitting there on the little table. And right behind it was a stack of bills like you get from the bank when you go and get a huge withdrawal and it comes with a little wrapper around it in a stack. I put a couple of little stacks behind the apples so you could just see them there. And my reason was when I am successful, notice I said when I am successful creating this apple and making it realistic, that means that my vision of the money there is also valid.
Absolutely.
Okay. So when I moved the apple to the other screen, I didn't move the money.
Nice.
It's interesting to me that at the moment when I realize, okay, I need a button to save, at the bottom of the screen. If there's stuff I like the way I created it, I want to be able to save it and not put it on the left.
Mhm.
So as I said in my head, oh, I need a save button. Then you says, yes, and create a channel where you're going to put this if you want to keep it. And I'm like,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
it was the exact same moment.
Oh, nice. Well, my apple, I kept doing this with my apple. I'm like,
Me too.
I was holding my apple. I was like, I reached to the screen and it was so real. And I took a chunk out of it and it was like so crisp and just like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I love when you said it would be crispy. I love that.
yeah, yeah.
And I
So
actually have an apple on a little stand here right beside me. So I had to laugh when you said, because I could just keep picturing that. Yeah, it's there. It's there. It's there.
good. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's just your imagination is the only thing that can hold you back from using this to its full abilities. So, and I can't stress enough to just be childlike, just
Yes.
play. And because it is just for you.
The more you play with it, the stronger it gets.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is that while you're playing with this, remember, we're talking about a new moon. So we're talking about being able to put intentions out there. Okay. So go to your lab and, to your creation center, put the things that you want to send out as your request, okay, I am, and then you put what you're receiving because you don't say I want so and so or you put I am so grateful that I created blah blah.
Yes.
And that's a past tense. So I haven't gotten it yet, but I did create it.
Right.
And it's coming any minute.
And the gratitude for the creation is
Exactly.
so important.
That's the fuel. Yeah. It means that you've already gotten it. You know you can create it because you've gotten it. Now, it hasn't maybe reached you yet, but it is on the way. So I won't bore you with telling you how I used that earlier today with a gambling site, but I did. And it went well.
And we really do create and manifest every day. We don't always recognize it, and sometimes it could be something that we manifested, I don't know, maybe last month, and it
Yeah,
shows up now. I talk about how this building manifested itself.
right.
Where I'm at right now, I imagined what I would do with every room. You know what? I never imagined it was going to end up being my home and I was going to live here though.
Right.
So I manifested the structure and the use has become like everything to me. So
Yeah.
but I never realized or even imagined that I would need it or want it. And I've never lived in a place that I love more.
Mm. And the thing is that every moment you're there, sitting in it, you cannot refute the fact that you created it.
Absolutely, I did. Yeah.
You know, the enjoyment of it reinforces to you the fact that you can do it.
Yes.
And that's the hardest part of this. Everything else is easy. Once you actually understand that you can do it, you will be a dangerous so and so because you'll go around creating everything you can think of.
That's right. So it's like, I am blah, 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 and I can.
Yes,
Yes.
I have all the money I will ever need in my life. Now you're waiting while it unfolds and comes to you,
Yeah.
but you already know that you're safe because that's going to happen.
Yes.
You see? So, yeah, it took me a while to create some certain things, but I never stopped believing that it would happen.
Exactly. Exactly. And back in those days, I didn't even know about any of this. So I just thought it was daydreaming. And guess what?
Daydreaming is
It
powerful.
it is daydreaming. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. People think, well, how many times did you hear as a kid? Stop daydreaming out that window.
Daydreaming.
Focus, focus, focus. No, daydream.
It's so powerful when you do it. Kids know, like you say, act like a child. Kids know that when they're looking out that window and they're thinking about throwing the ball with the dog, everything else has drifted away. Everything became left screen except what they're focused on.
That's right. That's right. They use it.
Yeah. And they step from one dimensional reality into the one where the sun's shining on them and the dog and they're playing with the ball. And that's why when the teacher finally gets you to pay attention, what, Miss So and so? You
Yeah.
know, you've got to literally snap out of it because you were there.
Because you created it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kids are powerful.
Kids are powerful. The other people that are powerful, well, everybody's powerful. We just don't realize it. But inventors, like
Yes,
inventors are like, huh. And then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I
they're
know what to do.
focused on another reality within which the thing has already created, and they simply zoom in on it and say, "Oh, look at that! It could be like this and this and this," and they're literally bringing it from one dimension into another,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
just like we did when we were born. We stepped from another place into this one,
Yeah.
so we know it can happen because we've done it already.
And we do it all the time.
All the time, in and out, in your sleep, in your day. Seth says we blink on and off
I guess I do believe that too.
in seconds. You know, every second we're blinking in and off, on and off from another place.
Yep. Yep.
So sometimes that's more obvious than others.
Yep. That that's like the wiggly string, like it
Yeah,
vibrates, and 2/3 of the time you're here, 1/3 of the time you're vibrating somewhere else.
somewhere else. Yes.
And we don't know
Okay.
where that is, but I think that there are times that we mesh in and out of all of that too. So yeah.
Well, how did it make you feel afterwards, Audrey and uh, Martin, how did you feel afterwards? And anyone else who's there that I can't see the list, so forgive me for leaving anybody out.
Right. So Carol had to leave. So I think just Audrey and Martin are still on.
Okay. Well, you know, what was your feeling soon as you came out? Did you were you aware that you felt happier or better or lighter or
Oh,
what?
it stopped.
What stopped?
The live video has ended. I don't know why. Mickey.
Oh,
Well, that's all right. Let's just keep going. They're
yeah.
not on anymore.
Oh,
I don't know what happened, but
is there a 1 hour limit on a Zoom?
Facebook cut us off. I don't know.
I
But
think it's the 1 hour.
all right, well, Facebook cut us off, so this is still recording on Zoom,
Good.
and I will put this up on YouTube and the website.
Right.
And so pose your question in text to them and
But
ask them.
that doesn't sound right because, I mean, I'm thinking that maybe it had to do with being slightly over an hour, but when I watch vlogs of people doing the live demonstration of recipes and stuff, sometimes they're on for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Well,
Oh,
I don't know, but we were talking about, I mean, we were on, you know, I mean, I thought, well, gee, maybe because we had the cameras off, but Audrey was talking to us after the cameras were back on again, so
right.
I don't know what happened.
And
And
then
I
at
don't,
the
and
top
I
of my
don't,
screen, it says recording live on Facebook.
well, Facebook says this live video has ended. It'll be available to watch on Speaking with Kate shortly.
Oh, wow.
So, well,
You
that
can start a
just,
new one. Ha ha
that's
ha.
just
Be part two.
another Facebook boo-boo, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well,
many of my
time
friends
to
have
start it
been in
again.
Facebook jail lately. Well, isn't that nuts? Well, we will reach out to Audrey and Martin and we will try to put their responses on so at least they're connecting. Oh, wait a minute.
Because my screen says live on Facebook.
Wait a minute. They are on. Audrey said it felt wonderful, very excited.
Yeah.
Audrey said, we're here, we're here. Martin said, I got tremendous sense of relief and joy coming out of this meditation.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, well, I am just so confused because Facebook says it's over. And
Well, what do
but
they know?
clearly our viewers are still watching it.
Yeah. And they're on the
Oh
couch.
gosh. Gotta love AI, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Oh, it has been so joyous this time. This is the best it's ever felt.
oh, these have
This
been
is
good. I love these. Yes.
this is more energized than any one of the meditations I've ever felt.
Beautiful.
That's great. You know,
Great.
that we've been doing, this is right up there with the best ones I've ever had in my life. So we did something powerful today.
Oh, all right. Well, we have been on for almost an hour and a half. So
I know.
we have gone over our time and but anyway, I feel really good about this. And I love the fact that, you know, we are such powerful creators and this is just the beginning of conscious creation, right? In the past, I did creations, but they were unconscious.
Yes.
Now I'm a conscious creator to
Yes.
where I'm paying attention to my thoughts and where they go and if they feel right or don't feel right. And then making a better path, a better road for myself and everybody around me too.
Yeah. I love it. I just
Love
love
it.
it.
I love it. And I love you.
Hug.
You are like, oh. And Martin and Audrey and Carol too. All right, I am going to turn it off now. I love you all. We will see you for full moon in
Yes.
June, right? I
Don't
didn't even look it up.
forget.
I don't know anything about it.
Don't forget to put the intentions you want to release today, tomorrow rather. You're going to release all this tomorrow, and you've got from now until then to kind of pull together what is it you want to send out there to happen this time, because this one is really strong.
Audrey says we never left. And Martin said big hugs. And then Audrey said love and happiness heroes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
woo!
Love and happiness.
There you
Oh,
go. All right, guys. I love you all. Have a
love you
wonderful
too.
rest of your day. And that's right. The new moon is really tomorrow. So we're
Yeah,
still leading up to it.
right. We have time now to go in
Yes.
our little creation center
Yes.
and have our little list, our little agenda of what we want to send out there.
Yes. I love it. All right. Good work, guys. Love you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Love you.